Hi everyone, today we have a really neat find. So I was at numerous box stores today and I always have to walk by the plants, and I found this guy on clearance for $6. You can see he is a really cool cylindrical snake plant, but he is not looking so great in here. So, oh my, let's see here. Oh, wow, look at that. Talk about some roots. All right, let's see if we can get this pot out of here. It's all kinds of broken because this pot has a lip, but we have a hole. So I always like to plant my snakes in terracotta. I was looking to see if this would tell us anything cool about this plant, but it's just really talking about this pot design. So we are gonna check this guy out. He's definitely got, you know, he has been missing a good bit of soil for a while. We are gonna get rid of this for sure. As you can see, look, he had looked like he was putting a baby out here and it died. Here's another one that died. And believe it or not, I think this was from like serious lack of water. I don't know if you guys can see right here. He is putting out a whole bunch of new growth on all of these. So he really wants to thrive. He just hasn't had the best area to do so. So we're gonna get this off of him. Oh my gosh, it's like a really thick band, like fabric band. So we're gonna get that off of him. He does not need, I don't know if you can tell, it's like pulling him literally off his roots right here. Get some of this not so great soil out of here. Let's just take a look at him. He's not soggy, so that's good. I don't see any signs of pests, which is something you always want to look for when, I mean, you bring any plant home, but even more so sometimes when you find them on clearance. Sometimes you have to wonder why they moved them to clearance. So I think what we're going to do for this guy, it's going to be pretty easy today. I mean, he just has a little bit of damage up here that's just from him, you know, being bounced around and stuff. But we're just gonna go ahead and get him back in. I actually am gonna use this terracotta pot instead of having a smaller pot in here. I am going to add a little bit of my normal mix that I always like to use. And then I also want to mix in some extra succulent mix that has a little more sand in it. I do like this Miracle-Gro Cactus Palm potting soil. Like I said, I usually just add extra perlite and stuff to it, but I personally think it makes a good starting base for a lot of plants like this. I think he actually looks, I was debating if I should put him up a little higher, but I think he actually looks pretty good. Just the level I have the soil right now. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and add in around him, because he was so low on soil. That's bad for him. When I saw him sitting there, I was like, oh, he's so pretty. And at the same time, I'm like, oh, he's so low on soil. So a much happier cylindrical snake plant which are very cool plants in my opinion. Hard to kill. They are drought tolerant. They will even weather a little too much water, as long as it doesn't happen all the time, you know, and then they have adequate time to dry out in the meantime, you know, so they can handle some over and under watering, more so under watering for those that are more forgetful about watering their green friends. But look at him. He is looking better already in here. I will probably let him sit a few days and adjust, let him acclimate, and then I'll give him a bit of a watering. And as always, always let them drain. You don't want them to ever sit in water. And that's one reason I like terracotta. I tend to be a little bit of an overwater kind of plant parent. So I put my plants that are more sensitive to lots of water in terracotta because it's a little forgiving. It'll suck up some of the excess water. But there you go.